Hey, what's going on YouTube? Lionel here, and this is a fragrance review. This one comes from a very under the radar house for some reason in this community, and I don't know why. Um, their portfolio is quite diverse. Some very good uh, warmer weather frags, great winter frags, um, good fall, spring. I mean, their portfolio is terrific. I mean, but for some reason, they don't get a lot of love here on the YouTube community. I guess it's one of those, the popular guys aren't reviewing it, so we don't like it type of thing. So anyway, this one comes from the house of the Histoires de Parfum, and it is called Ambre 114. Now, what I have here is a small little glass atomizer, but um, I put that in here from something else I had. Now, if you go to their website, and it's spelled Histoires, not like histories, but it's pronounced that way. Um, you can today. I still think it's still going on. I don't know if it was last year's promotion or not, but you can still order about 6 samples for $10 shipped. And with that, they also give you a $10 coupon to go towards a future purchase. That is a tremendous deal. I mean, um, that they're like 1.5, 1.7 ounce little vials. They're not spray vials, so you're going to need to pour it in some type of atomizer, which I did here. Um, But anyway, I mean, 6 samples, $10, and I think you can put in 2 separate orders. I don't think it's an order per person. So you go and you order 6, and then you can come right back and order 6 different ones. So you can experience the entire house for maybe, you know, 18. I mean, $30 maybe. I don't even think it'll be that much. You'll probably get a couple there. I'm trying to think how many they have, how many fragrances they have. But for roughly $30, and you'll get $10 coupons off each purchase anyway. So if you fall in love with 3 of them, I mean, you get your $10 back, and you've got the opportunity to experience their fragrances. So anyway, this one is probably my favorite that I've smelt. Patchouli Noir is another one that I really like, but this one is Ambre 114. This was created in 2001. It is considered an Oriental spicy, and here's why. The top notes are nutmeg and caraway. In the heart, you have sandalwood, patchouli, vetiver, cedar, rose, and geranium. And in the base, you have tonka, amber, benzoin, and vanilla. Now, it is called Ambre 114 for a reason. It is an amber-dominated scent. However, if you've smelled Ambre Rousse, it is not that type of amber. It is a it, this if you like your ambers ambery, I mean, I'm talking about amber, and spicy and rich, and then this is it. Um, this is definitely a cooler weather scent. I would think. The nutmeg and the caraway in the top are pretty dominant. So I mean, I wouldn't tell you not to wear it in the summer, um, but it'll probably tear you up. I mean, because it is like you know, it's definitely warm, to say the least. It's very warm. So anyway, what about this fragrance? Your initial spray, you're getting a blast of spiciness, a blast of, but it's not a yeah, it's not like a I'm trying to think. It's not like a hot spicy, but it's a spiced spicy. So when I use the word spicy, I mean, you have the nutmeg and you have the caraway, and you know what those things smell like because a lot of fragrances use those, and that's what you have your initial spray. Immediately, the the amber starts to join the party. The amber's going to join the party, and then you get the geranium. The geranium comes in, so you get the spiciness, and then that spiciness. I mean, it stays there, but it kind of becomes in the background. And what happens is this geranium comes, and it kind of gives you this menthol. You know how geranium works. It gives you that 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 cooling effect. I mean, you can feel it on your skin. You feel it like if you've experienced Taste of Heaven. That it has that cooling type of effect, just like in geranium pour monsieur, or what else did I have? What else did I wear that had some geranium in it? Um, I don't know. I can't think right now. But anyway, um, it kind of comes and it kind of gives this almost medicinal type of feel to it, and the spiciness is starting to creep back, but it's still there. The amber just clouds it. So if you like amber, if you know what amber's like, and you like amber, I mean, the amber comes in and it's not that sickly sweet amber like that you get in. I mean, not sickly, but like you get in amber absolute and those, because those, the amber and vanilla are such. The vanilla is such a major player in that. And this one, the rose, a little bit of rose there, some woods, and the patchouli curve the sweetness, so it never gets sticky sweet. It just sort of the amber just kind of dominates with these other notes holding it up almost. Like if you think of a table, like the amber is the tabletop, right? And then the legs are the geranium and some of the spicy notes, and you know think of a placemat on the table as the rose, and then you have some woods in it. Then the patchoulis maybe the plates you set. If you're setting up a dinner table, the patchouli would be the plates, but the table is definitely the amber. Like this is an amber set. I mean, this is the framework of this fragrance. Um, as it starts to dry down a bit, then all of a sudden the vanilla, the tonka, the benzoin joint. But the crazy thing about this, when you look at the base, you would think it would become just really really sweet. It never happens. That geranium is that medicinal feel is still sort of there. Then the patchouli and the spiciness prevents it from ever going sweet. So here's what it's very similar to. If you smell Ambre Sultan, I think this is a better fragrance than Ambre Sultan. Now, um, some people may disagree with that, but that's my take. They're very similar. They're very very similar. Um, but again, Ambre Sultan gets a bit syrupy on you, like most of the Serge Lutens. This one never gets thick and syrupy. It just gets, man, it's like a. I mean, somebody said it's like a cashmere sweater, and that's what it's like. It never becomes a, in which color in Ambre Sultan, it becomes syrupy like a blanket, like you're being smothered. You're never being smothered in this fragrance. I mean, it moves out. It doesn't cloud you. It doesn't wrap you up like that. Ambre Sultan, the stickiness just kind of makes you, oh my gosh. But in this one, the geranium in it, I think, prevents it from ever becoming too sticky, too syrupy. And the tonka are just adding nuances of sweetness. I mean, if somebody smells it, they wouldn't think it was overly spicy. And for people who don't like those sweet tonka based type fragrances, would never be uncomfortable with it because it never gets sickly sweet. It's just a hint of sweetness, a dash, like a brush stroke of sweetness. The amber is there and the spiciness is there, and it creates a gorgeous. I mean, I'm talking about a gorgeous fragrance. If you like amber, if you are a fan of amber, if you like Ambre Ambre Sultan, if you like um, Prada Amber. Prada Amber gets a bit soapy. This one, the geranium prevents it from going that route. So I never get smoky, never gets real cloudy. It's just a bright, vibrant amber. Um, Let me talk about longevity. The longevity is tremendous. It lasts forever. It projects for the first 6 to 8 hours very, 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 very well. It actually outlasts. Well, some people's complaint with Ambre Sultan is its longevity. Ambre 114 handles that completely. You will not have to worry about longevity. You will not have to worry about projection. People will smell you. It stays here. I mean, it's not like Amber Absolute. Amber Absolute goes and grabs people. This one stays within about 2 to 3 feet around you, but it's going. I mean, if somebody steps, if they're in handshake, if you're shaking their hand, they're smelling you for sure. just it's just not the person down the hall that's smelling you. The sillage is nice. Um, Perfect. So you know what, I actually give it, while Ombre Sultan can be a bit, I mean, Ombre Amber Absolute can become a bit, um, you get conscientious about it. You feel a bit concerned that, man, maybe I'm a little too loud. Ombre 114 doesn't do that, but it also doesn't go Ombre Sultan where people are saying, man, you know, I got to smell myself. You will always smell yourself. It'll give you enough in your bubble for you to be satisfied, and it'll make enough a statement of everybody around you that it'll never become uncomfortable to them, but they'll know you're there. So overall, I give this a definite 5 out of 5. And if you really go to the price point, I mean, this house, I think it's around 205 maybe for 4.2. So you're getting 120 milliliters for about $200, which makes this extremely, extremely reasonable. And not only that, they also give you a very nice atomizer with a 200 if you buy the 4.2. So go to the website, check them out, man. At least give yourself the opportunity to get the samples. I got I think it's Turbolos. I got 1869. I got 1762 or something, or 1862 and 1769. And then I got Ambre 114. And then I got another one called Nor Patchouli, or Patchouli Nor. And I'll review that one in my next go around. Excellent fragrance. Wonderful, wonderful house. Very reasonably priced as it relates to niche fragrances. Definitely go get it. I mean, at least do yourself a favor. Spend $10 and get some samples, and let me know what you think about it. If you do it, just do a response video to this, and let me know some first impressions on some of the fragrances. But it's definitely a house I think that needs to get more recognition. Very respectful, well done fragrances, and my hats off to them, and my hats off to my favorite in the line, Ambre 114.